G'day everyone, my name is Christopher and you are watching my Alphabet Animal Art Challenge, where Google selects which animals I'll be drawing, one for each letter of the English alphabet, for every day during January, or most of January, since there's only 26 letters in the alphabet. And today I'm starting off with the letter G, and then I'm doing the letter H later. For G, Google gave me a penguin, and you might be thinking, well, how is that possible? Penguin starts with P, but this is a little Galapagos penguin. And the Galapagos penguin is the only penguin that lives in the northern hemisphere and is able to survive in this relatively warmer sort of environment because cold waters and a strong current brings up the cold waters into the oceans in which they swim there. It's an amazing place. It's made famous, of course, by Darwin's voyage and then him putting together the theory of natural selection. I decided to draw one penguin swimming and one penguin on land about to dive in, and I like the overlapping circles that I've put together here. These circles have become an unintentional, or unplanned, I should say, rule that I've imposed on myself during this challenge. I didn't plan on doing it, but I've really enjoyed seeing these animals in these little circle environments or just in a circle, often breaking the border. And I've put silver down on their bellies where they're normally meant to be white. I probably should have just left it white or just put little hints of silver. But I think I managed to get it to come together in a sort of pop arty way, largely because of what I'm adding now, which is these alcohol markers, TouchFive markers. For the bottom circle, I've chosen pinks, and for the top circle, I've chosen blues. And I think it just creates an interesting and fun effect, or at least I like it. I've seen some people have been guessing which animals I'll be doing, which has been really cool. And last video, I forgot to congratulate Reviews by Rob for guessing E for Eagle and Michelle Sharp for guessing F for Falcon. So congratulations to you guys, you got them right. And I've also seen some other people guessing, Faye Wolf and Queervy Art. I've seen you taking some guesses as well. So that's so awesome. And feel free to be guessing down below. No cheating. I'll find out somehow if you're cheating and see what animals Google will make me draw next. I'm finishing off this piece by just using a black brush pen, and I think it helps everything to come together pretty well. And the style of the penguins is an interesting one that I'm glad I got to explore, and I guess I wouldn't have if I hadn't have done this challenge. So I'm pretty happy with how these two little guys turned out. I also felt like the black got a bit out of control, so I used some white lines and then just went over and tidied it up to finish off. And so that is it for the letter G and Galapagos penguins. Moving on to the letter H. You can see the materials that I'm using here today. Once again, some fairly new materials, or new for this challenge. It's mostly graphite and charcoal. And I got a hammerhead shark. Well, when I Googled the hammerhead shark, or looked at the images for a hammerhead shark, I was getting excited to draw a shark. It's my first fish, I think. But one image just jumped out and made me laugh so hard. It's this cute little doggy that's being dressed up in a big hammerhead shark suit. And I just couldn't resist using it to create my own hammerhead shark dog. So I've stretched the prompt quite a bit this time, but hopefully it'll give you a chuckle as well. And I'm really, really pleased with how this one ends up turning out. I had a few wary moments where I wasn't sure what was going to be happening with it or if it was going to work. I was trying to go for, again, a quick style and still something that's going to be interesting to look at. And I think I pulled it off pretty well. I like the kind of rough textures that I got going with the graphite and the charcoal, but it still ends up piecing together or coming together pretty well, I think. Plus, it's just so cute. Every time I look at it, I just can't help but laugh. I think it's just so funny. And I'm sure and I'll put the actual image up actually, or insert the actual image so you can see the real photo I think the blending stump is the saving grace here that really helps everything to come together well and still retains some texture and interest. So if you've never tried a blending stump before, you can also just use a little piece of paper or a tissue or a cotton bud. But blending stumps are ideal for this sort of mixing of graphite or charcoal together, and it just smooths everything out. And then the little surprise element for this one is going back to my, or maybe not a surprise, going back to my Amsterdam acrylic marker this time. I think it's the pale gold metallic paint. It's one of the gold ones, and putting in the background really helps the little hammerhead shark dog to pop. I found that the area was too wide or too large to get a smooth background until I started using a paintbrush, and then it really evened out well. And so that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to guess for my next letters what I'll be drawing next for the letters I and J. And for those people that have been waiting to see what I'm going to be using with my sketchbook grab bag, that's the video that you'll be needing to watch. I finally get around to using them for that one. And don't forget, if you're new here as well, please take a minute to click that subscribe button and press like. And of course, I really love it if you leave a comment. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.